Hello and welcome to this official announcement. My name is Michael DeSanta and I am the owner of Tominto Soccer Club. Next season we are in the Premier League. I understand that fans are frustrated about why I got rid of Rafa Benitez. The reason why we had to get rid of him because his contract ran out. And I can't afford to give him the wage he wants. So, I had to get rid of him. But we've got a new manager revealed here today. And he'll be interviewing us exclusively. But before we get to that, let's get into the new chapter at this club. I'm urging the fans to stick behind the team, no matter what. I want the fans next season to back my philosophy as the owner, my ways, how I'm going to operate at this club. Because we know that we have to improve on our squad. Last season, we finished 16th in the Premier League. Now we have to move up the table. And as I'm investing the money the best I can, I'm doing it how I wanted to put into my wages at this club in itself. But I do believe that this club has a future in the Premier League. This club has a future in terms of getting up, competing of the Champions League, the Europa League, or so on. To do that, we have to build from today. We've got a new name of this club. And I know I haven't revealed it to you, and I know fans will probably debate about my idea. This club will be renamed. Don't worry about the Tominto name. That name will still be as a club still. Because we are playing in the city. Because I've announced that this club is going to be named as... Wait for it. Drum roll please. The club is going to be named as... Tominto Bees. And that's the official name of this club. And I know that people probably discuss why I called it the Bees instead of Tominto SC. Because I do believe that we will sting every team in our path in the Premier League this season and in the RSA Open Cup and also in other competitions we're in. I believe, as I am the, obviously, owner of this club, I believe that we need a name who could shine in this league. So I've named this team as Tominto Bees. And if you've got a problem about that name, then discuss it. Discuss it with me. Because a couple weeks time, I'm going to be doing a fan press conference. Because they're going to give some answers about the club, my ideas, how I want it to go forward. Fans are invited to come and have their say to me. So if you've got any problems, that will be that. And that will be taking place before the season begins on August the 3rd. So put that in your diaries. August the 3rd, we are going to listen to the fans' questions. Now the last question, or the last word I want to say now. Let me reveal to you the new manager of Tominto SC to replace Rafa Benitez. This man has actually managed Brightmouth Panthers for the last 6 years. He got this team promoted to the Premier League. Did very well in his first season. And in his second season they got relegated. But I admire him as a manager. Because when he was in the Division 1 this season, they were almost just about to get promoted to the Premier League, but failed against Morgan Wolves in the relegation playoff. So please welcome the new manager of Tominto SC, Charlie Taylor. So we're going to hear from him right now with his exclusive interview to talk about what his ideas will be at this club. So, that is that from me. So let's hear from the new manager right now, An exclusive interview right now, getting prepared. Charlie Taylor. Let's get to them right now. Charlie Taylor, very good to see you. And it's a bit of a surprise because you are the new manager of Tominto Bees, of course. It's been renamed as that today by the owner of the club, Michael DeSanta. But anyways, how do you feel on moving to Tominto, and why did he move to the club that you built from the last, 7 years? Yeah, it was hard in a way to leave the club. I know it's a bit of a shock and a bit of a surprise for me to be part of Tominto SC soccer club, or Bees, let's say. But I've been contacted by Michael DeSanta. It was a very nice conversation I had with him, talking about his ideas, his plans at this club going forward. I know that fans would debate about if I'm the right man to sit here or not. I know I'm not, maybe it's not many people's cup of tea to be a manager at this club, but I'll give it my best shot. I'm hopefully that I can do the best at this club and try and compete as a manager and try and be as a quality manager the best I can. And I know that Brightmouth was very good to me the last 6 years. Even when I got relegated to Division 1, I tried to build them back into the top flight. I know we failed in the relegation playoff places against Morgan Wolves in May. But now jumping ship to a top Premier League club like Tominto, it is nerve-wracking in a way. But I do thank Brightmouth all the best, for what I've done for the club the last 6-7 years, building them to from a lower league team up to a top Premier League team. And even though I got them relegated, but that was all a different story at the end of the day. But we did the best, I think, when I was at Brightmouth. But here at Tominto, I think my ideas would be more based on how the way I could set these players to be behind me. I know it's not going to be easy, because fans would probably think that why the club is being called Tominto SC, Tominto Bees, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter all about the club name. I think all it matters is how we perform on the pitch and how we can get fans smiling, and that's what I hopefully want to do as the coach. I know I'm not the owner, and I don't make the decisions, of course, but I want to try and help and the best I can. And it's not going to be easy to get people behind me, but I'll try. And but we'll see how this goes, of course, between Tominto SC and myself being here as the manager. And talk about players, of course. What players do you want to develop, and what players do you want to see perform well, or what is your main target maybe during pre-season? I think for us at the moment we have to try and get the players behind me, of course. I think they probably would do, because they like to introduce a new manager whoever club comes. I know that Rafa Benitez was one of the top managers of the world. Obviously won the Champions League for Liverpool, and managing a lot of clubs all around Europe. But since he's been here, he did well, I would probably say that. And then now they had to get a new manager in due to the contract reasons. But I don't want to get into that. I wanted to get into me being manager at this club, the Tominto Bees, to try and make sure that we are as successful as we possibly can going forward. We want to be a team who could try and stay in the league. But the main target is maybe keeping this team up, because we had the club had a poor year last season. So I'm hopefully that I can try and push them, maybe to maintain, maybe up towards top half of the table, maybe, or Europa League push or whatever. But that's my plan going forward. I know I'm not people's cup of tea, but I will do my best as a manager to try and push them forward, and that's what I want to try and do at this club. And the players, before you talk, actually, we want to try and develop every player. I'm not going to name players about who I want to develop and who I want to improve them on. I think every player will have a fresh start under me as a manager, and then we'll judge them during pre-season and judge them before the transfer window. And if we do need players to leave, then they'll leave. But if we do need players to come and join, then we'll look at transfer targets. But at the moment, we're just looking at seeing how this team play, going into next season. So hopefully that will probably work out for us. Obviously, today we know that this is a big step to be in the Premier League. Do you think this is a challenge for you? Absolutely, it is a challenge. You know, I think that it is a challenge what club you go to. I know I'm not experienced enough to go and join another club in the Premier League, or maybe, you know, because I've always been a Brighton and Cherries manager for the last 6 years, and before that I was a player for them. So it is a big step, and I know that, you know, I am the youngest manager in the Premier League. I know I did that at Brighton when we were in the top flight. The same thing now as our manager of, you know, of this club. I'm only 42 years of age. I know that I'm a younger manager, might have younger ideas or different how I'm going to deal with the players maybe, but we'll have to wait and see. But the challenge is we'll see what we can do, and that's what I'm here to do. It's a challenge really, because I've been at Brighton for a long time. I was loyal to them, but I need to move on to another club who I could, you know, try and make them better like I did at Brighton. Alright, thank you very much there, Charlie Taylor. That's all we've got to say in this exclusive interview. Wish you luck during the season as the manager of the Tominto Bees soccer club. So hopefully you do the best. Yes, thank you very much there. Thank you. Welcome to Transfer News here today, and my name is Jim Orange, and we've got some transfer news. Yes, big news here today. We got transfers, and also we start with the one thing we're going to talk about at the moment is about the new manager of Tominto SC. It's all been confirmed, and the contract has been signed, and we actually had an announcement just now that it means that Charlie Taylor is going to be the new manager of Tominto Bees, let's say, because now Michael De Santa has renamed the club as Tominto Bees. But before we get to the manager talk about, let's hear what the fans had to react about this matter. What was your thoughts about Michael De Santa renaming your club you support Tominto Bees? They renamed it today, and thoughts on the manager as well. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Why would our owner change our club 150 years as a club by actually calling it Tominto Bees? I am so angry. I am so angry as I am a fan, really. I can't believe that our 15 years or whatever has come into an end as the club's been renamed to Tominto Bees. It's actually a joke, really. It's just absolutely a joke. Why are we called the Bees for? We've always been Tominto SC, and we always will be. But now the owner has pretty much killed our club, and I'm not happy about it. And the good news is Brighton for Cherries manager is now manager of Tominto. Any thoughts on him? Because he did very well at Brighton, got them promoted to the Premier League. He did get them relegated though, but he did really be one of the dedicated managers in the lower division and in the Premier League itself. Any thoughts on that manager compared to Rafa Benitez? Well, we have to give managers a chance, aren't we? We can't just like say Charlie Taylor out. You know, Charlie Taylor may be, you know, the manager might take us forward. You just never know. But you see, we can't criticise the manager. I think the board have to rename it back to Tominto SC as it was before. If you call it the Bees, the fans are going to protest. Absolutely shocking. I just can't believe that Michael De Santa had the guts to rename our club, our history, to Tominto Bees. I just absolutely can't believe it. What is the stadium going to be named called? Jurassic Stadium of some sort? It feels like that to me. He's renaming things. The club as well to Tominto Bees. Now the Republican Soccer Association's accepted the name of Tominto Bees, and now we have the name of that, of course. So it feels like our club has died today, I reckon. Do you think that? Yeah, absolutely. I just can't believe why De Santa renamed our club called Tominto Bees. I just absolutely can't believe it. We all are called Tominto SC for a reason, okay? We've been having history, winning the Premier League title under that name, you know, winning the RSA Open Cup 30 years ago in the 80s. You know, it's just pretty much a sad day, really. And I know that we don't know what's going to happen. Now the stadium is probably named as Jurassic Stadium or some sort. It feels like it to me. Or maybe McDonald's Stadium or whatever. Or maybe a sponsorship name will be renamed. They can't call it Hardjet since Stelios got sold the club to Michael De Santis. We can't call it that, can we? So, to be honest with you, it's just stupid, to be honest. Honestly, it's just sad, really. You know, I've been at this club watching Tominto SC play since 1972. I was a 5-year-old boy. My father took me to my first game at 5 years old in 1972 when Tominto actually beat D3 Dons. Well, the last, well, God knows years. So it is sad, to be honest with you. And I'm just so angry why the owner had the guts to go and change the name to Tominto Bees. I'm against that name. I'm angry about that name. I just want him to change the name back to Tominto SC because we've always been a club like Tominto SC, not the Bees. Rename it from the Bees to SC because it just feels like our identity's just disappeared after today. Do you think that? Yeah. Well, you've got a new manager though, Charlie Taylor. Any thoughts on that? Well, you know, he might do well for us. I know that he did all right at Brightmouth for the last 7 years. You know, he might have gotten relegated, but you see, he's still a quality manager. I think that's good that we've got a manager like that in our team today. But it is disappointing that, you know, Michael De Santis wanted to try and rename the club to Tominto Bees. I just don't know why he did that. And that was the fans who were talking right now about this matter, of course, that the club's now renamed as Tominto Bees. Let me look at this statement, actually, about what Michael De Santis said about this club. This is what he said. He said that this club has got the goals to go and progress. Champions League, Europa League. And we want to try and compete in those competitions. We do believe that this club can be the best. I understand that fans are very disappointed that the club name has been renamed as the Bees. But I want fans to still support the name and stick with the name the best they can. And we hopefully, by the name of Tominto Bees, will be the one who can be successful and go and win trophies through the years. And that's what the statement was going to be made by Michael De Santis here today. And any thoughts on that there, announcer, about any of this? Yeah, it's very, very sad actually to see that the fans are very disappointed and turned on the owner very quickly since he bought the club in June the 12th, 2020. The fans are a bit angry. They're very angry. I interviewed a couple of them, as you just seen, or you've shown on here on Transfer News here today. But it's not a good start to Transfer News to see that fans are against the owner, of course. But, you know, the Tominto haven't even kicked the ball yet since, well, going to August. But today, renaming the club to Tominto Bees, the fans feel hopeless. They feel upset, disgusted why the club has been named the Bees. But it is what it is. I have a question, actually, announcer, today. How did Charlie Taylor get the phone call today to join Tominto SC? Because we haven't really heard any of these rumours. It was actually surprised it was that he's the new manager. What was that all about? Well, Charlie Taylor did actually got an exclusive interview. It was revealed just an hour ago. Apparently they met each other actually a week ago, according to the Michael De Santis representatives in this matter. And they said that they met each other like during the week before they signed, because Michael De Santis had a big meeting about the candidates could take over the role as Tominto Bees now SC. They actually discussed it about the process, how they're going to rename the new manager after the departure of Rafa Benitez. But he felt very convincing that Charlie Taylor can take the club forward. You look at his record at Brightmouth. He's been in the club for the last 7 years. He rebuilt them to a top team who got them promoted to the Premier League for the first time since 1986. Had a very good year in that first season in that top division in the Premier League. He came 8th that season. And then the following year after that, got relegated back to Division 1. And then in Division 1 last season, they almost got promoted, but lost in the playoff relegation against Morgan Wolves. So that wasn't really great. But all that records that he's proven at Brightmouth, he believes that he could do the same thing at Tominto SC. And he's been very convinced he was by Michael DeSanta to come here. So we'll see how that plays about. Thank you, announcer. Now we've got some transfer news confirmed right now, as Chesco Blue Tigers have got a new second signing of this summer transfer window, as they've signed 24-year-old Werder Bremen's Albanian attacking midfielder Milino Rakic for $25 million. Their second signing since their first signing on Tuesday, as they brought Sandro Tonali from Braska. But today, it seems Jurgen Klopp has been backed by the owner, as the last season was a poor season, as they failed to get into the top four. But very big news, of course, here today, that a new signing has been confirmed, that Milomit Rakic has signed for Chesco Blue Tigers. I really believe that this club, Chesco, look like they want to try and buy some younger players, as they probably want to try and push their team financially to get it back into the Champions League. And since they brought in two signings, that's very, very good for Chesco Blue Tigers. But it's all been confirmed that Miliot Rakic, the Albanian attacking midfielder, is a Chesco Blue Tigers player. Another transfer news confirmed today, as Guyana midfielder Sam Cox has been sold from Los Andreas Pompey to join the new promoted Premier League side #United for $15 million, as it seems that the Los Andreas Pompey manager Oliver Alder didn't believe that he couldn't fit into their team for this season. A great signing for #United. This is #United's first biggest signing, as they broke their transfer record for $15 million. And the newly promoted Premier League club have got some business straight into this January window. There's some good transfer signings for Padres Impact today, because it is your lucky day, Padres Impact fans, because it's two signings today has been signed for Padres Impact, has been confirmed, as Ibrahim Sangare and Sahora Garcia has signed a 3-year deal, as Unai Emery believes that he needed... What, announcer? You need to stop the transfer news, because there is an interference and problems outside with the TWO. Are they in the car park? Yeah, they're in the car lot. Oh. Please, take the camera outside, please. Come on, the people are getting jumped, please. We need your help. We need your help. We need your help. He said that Dirty Henry and Montana are outside, and now the cameraman is to have a look, apparently. What's outside? A Backfront World Order are outside there and now. Comic Book Guy is back at the transfer news, and Comic Book is shouting at the transfer reporter Jim Orange to stop the show. This is serious business. He's going berserk. He's trying to stop the show. He's trying to anybody to help, but he's got the attention of the announcer. Where are they going? Comic Book Guy's got the attention here from the announcer here on Transfer News to see about the TWO, apparently, so in the car lot. And it seems like the announcer now is going to go and see what's going on. I think he is. What the hell is he going? Now it seems like Jim Orange now going to the car lot. I don't know what it's about, but Comic Book Guy's ordered announcing Jim Orange to go there to help out Comic Book Guy. Oh my god, what's going on here? Montana and Dirty Henry are going after Mr. T and having a fight backstage here, it seems, or in the car lot. There's a big fight between these two, and wonder why Comic Book Guy did call Jim Orange and also, the announcer trying to help him out. But it seems like to me that those two are in the car lot beating up, what's his name? Oh my god. And now the Doctor now is getting beaten up. Oh my god, the Doctor's backstage in the car lot as well. What is he doing here? I don't know what the hell he's doing here, but he's actually getting attacked by Montana and Dirty Henry. And, oh my god. We need people here, the security, damn it, to try and separate these two, because it seems like to me it's out of control between, of course, Doctor and Mr. T are down by Montana and also Dirty Henry. Oh my god. We need some cops here. Wait a minute, it's Rey Mysterio, hey! Oh my god, Rey Mysterio, what's he doing? I don't know, but Montana now's catched him, and Montana puts Rey Mysterio head first the concrete wall. This is an order for Donald Trump. We're here to fight. Is that right, Montana? Yes. Trump promised us that we need to fight these Republicans to show them that we matter here in the RSOV. Let's go, Dirty, into the Red House. Yeah, let's go there right now and tell Trump about you guys on the floor laying there, hurt and suffer. Dirty Henry and Montana are inside this private car, orders from Trump World Order in the Republic States, and they drive away here, I think. Montana and Dirty Henry. And oh my god, Jim Orange! He's on top of the private car. I don't know, Jim Orange is grabbing inside the car. I told you, he's nuts. We need the security right here, right now, to arrest those two for what they did to those 3 individuals here in Republic States. Ladies and gentlemen, this is disturbing to watch these 3 bodies on the floor by the hands of these cowards just right now, Montana and Dirty Henry. Let's go now to Bad News Barrett, because he's got some bad news for you.